Hello friends, you may have noticed by the title of this video, this is a Colorado travel vlog. And I know what you're thinking, but girl, you're in your office. You're right, I am. I am already back from my travel, but I realized I never recorded an intro to this video. I also thought it would be fun to really quickly show you the books that I had packed to take with me on this trip because they are insane. Okay, I was there for literally 2 days. I had 2 travel days, and then I was there for 2 days and like 3 nights, I think. 2 full days, 2 travel days. Why did I pack some of these? Okay, that's crazy work. Let's talk about what I packed. The first book I packed, and kind of like the main book I read on this vacation, was All Rhodes Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. This book takes place in Pagosa Springs, Colorado, which is exactly where my husband and I traveled to this past couple of days. I have like literally been holding on to this book for like over a year, waiting to go to Pagosa to read it. So this was like the main priority book I took. But I also took Warbreaker with me. This is my physical copy, but I did technically also take the copy on my Kindle. I was like probably 85% of the way through this book before we left. I didn't have time to finish it, so I did also technically take and finish Warbreaker while we were there. Phenomenal book, by the way. But then I was like, oh, you know what? After I finish All Roads Lead Here, I might start my next Cosmere read. Why did I look at this literal brick of a book and think, yeah, I can read that in 2 days? Especially when one of my travel days was me driving by myself. And I'm not about to start this strictly on audio. Like, this is going to be an immersion read. I mean, granted, once again, I took this on my Kindle. I didn't take the physical, thank goodness. But, like, why did I think this was a good idea? Anywho, and then I took a couple of like lighter, fluffy books that I was like, I think I can get through those. They're short. So the first one I took, My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. I'll be honest, it's literally just a book that said vacation, and I was like, yeah, I'm going on vacation. That was the only thought process behind picking this book. And then one of the books that was on my July TBR was The Daughter of the Pirate King. Yeah, I just haven't gotten to it yet. I'll be honest, I don't really have an excuse. I was going to start the audiobook of this on my drive home yesterday. Did I get home yesterday? Anywho, I was going to start the audiobook of this on my drive, but I didn't necessarily like the narrator's like voices she was using. So this may have to be a physical read, which is fine, but that meant I didn't get to it on my vacation. I know I've talked about this book in literally like 5 videos now, but I'm somehow still reading These Summer Storms. I don't know. Don't ask me how I'm doing that. It's like one of those books that I'm really, really loving, but once I put it down, I'm like not itching to pick it back up. And it's not because I don't like it. Like I said, I'm loving this book. It's just I was like, actively reading Warbreaker, like had to read this, okay? Like that was like priority number 1. So I kind of just lost the plot a little and never picked this up. But I did technically take this with me. I did listen to 2 chapters of the audiobook in the car. Then I kind of got bored. And then also, technically on one of the drives, when my husband was in the car with me, we did listen to a little bit of the new Dungeon Crawler Carl that we're listening to. It was so good. I had such a fun time listening to it. I will say, though, it ruined my plans of Passenger Princess reading, so that kind of sucks. I don't think I planned well, because why is this book like 600 pages? And why did I think I could read more than just this? Don't know, but thought I could. Clearly couldn't. But anywho, let's go back in time to my actual vacation to Pagosa Springs while I read All Roads Lead Here. 12. Which sounds crazy, but usually I'm a passenger princess. But then also I miss my dogs so bad. And this chapter, I mean, I literally just started, but she's talking about how she's in Colorado and Pagosa Springs for a reason, and it's kind of making me feel better. Like, obviously I still miss my dogs, but like that sentence that she's here for a reason, it reminded me that I'm here for a reason. And my dogs are in good hands with my bestie pals, so I just miss them so bad. Like, those are my babies. But hey, so like this girl and I, we are the exact same person. It's crazy. While I was reading, this deer walked right up to me. It was so cutie and so crazy. I have never had that happen to me before. So a fun fact about the bookstore that is included in this clip, it is actually where I got back into reading. They used to do these blind dates with a book a long time ago, and I picked one of those up back in, I want to say 2020, 2022 timeframe, and that's actually what got me back into reading as an adult. But what is up with this girl's obsession with making jokes about like poop and stuff? Like, I am 30% in according to my Kindle, and she has mentioned like diarrhea, shit, all this stuff, and I'm just like, oh my god. Like, it's good so far, but I mean, there's been at least 100 mentions, and I'm 30% through. That's crazy. Just a quick little reading update for you guys, but it actually rained so much while we were there, so we definitely had to change quite a few of our plans, but that's okay because I got to read thanks to the cozy vibes and the cozy weather. shirt today. So far, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I knew it was gonna be soul burn. I knew it was like gonna be hiking, but like sometimes I'm reading it and I'm just like, this ain't it, dog. But like, it's still good. Just don't know if I love it. But and now I'm on a hike. They go on hikes a lot in the book, so I'm definitely living out the dream. Expectation, reading like 6 chapters of my book. Reality, 3-hour nap. Hello friends, I literally just got home from Pagosa, but while I was driving home, I listened to the rest of All Roads Lead Here on audiobook. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to do a little like post trip slash post All Reads Load what? All Roads Lead Here, like little wrap up. Like I said, I just got home. I'm currently making dinner. I thought I'd do a really quick haul. I got this shirt. It just says Pagosa Springs. It has like a little moose, and it's dirty. Sorry, my dogs ate, and they like got really excited that I was home. But I think this is a ski, maybe, and then like a little tree branch. I'll insert a clip of the other shirt I was thinking about getting. But I decided to go with this one. I thought the color was more fun and stuff. But anywho, that's essentially my haul. I also got Oliver on vinyl, like the musical Oliver. It was $15 at a vintage vinyl store, and I was like, you know what, that's pretty cool. And a fun fact about me, I was in the musical Oliver when I was a kid, so it's like one of those musicals that really holds a deep place in my heart. But anywho, the reason we're here, All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. I think I'm going to have to settle on a 3.5 as my final ranking. I'll be honest, guys, the only thing I really, really loved about this book was the fact that I read it while I was in Pagosa Springs. But like, even then, they barely mentioned Pagosa itself. She like mostly talked about the hikes she went on around Pagosa, but like they barely were in the city. And I was really thinking they were going to like, shout out some cutie little shops, like cutie little restaurants, the coffee shop in town, like something, which I guess like I don't know, maybe that gets into copyright or something. I don't really know the rules for that. But like, come on, dude. But yeah, I don't know. I have a couple of issues with it. Like, first, why does she make so many fracking poop jokes and butt jokes and stuff? Like, there's a line where she's like, "Oh, he's staring at me like I just asked him to cut off his, and you could literally say his arm, his leg, his, private area." No, she says he looks at me like I asked him to cut off his anus. Why was that necessary? Y'all warned me and I still didn't believe it. So that kind of bugged me. But also, this is like kind of a spoiler, so feel free to skip to my next timestamp if you want to. But like, I don't know, probably a whole third of this book is the main character Aurora helping prepare Amos for his like singing at a like talent show at school. We get the scene right up to the talent show and then it just like epilogues. And I'm like, you're telling me we just spent, 200 pages probably of this story hyping up the talent show just for us to like not even see it? That kind of bothered me. Which, like, I guess I get it because in the epilogue we talk about how he's now a successful singer and all this stuff. But like, for real? Are you kidding me? So that kind of bugged me. Also, the female main character is so. She got on my nerves so bad. There were so many points where she was like, "Angel, maybe he got my name wrong." No, lady, he clearly has a thing for you. Like, no man is just gonna randomly start calling you Angel unless there's something there. Like, I'm sorry, but she was clueless. And there were that was mentioned probably 20% of the book as her being like, "Oh, he's being really nice to me. That's so odd. I don't know why he would do that." Also, maybe this is a hot take. I love a slow burn, but this book didn't need to be 700 pages of slow burn. I don't know. Like, truly, there was nothing wrong with the book. I just don't think it was a book written for me. I'll say it. Like I said, the best part was that I read it while I was in Pagosa. But there's so many things that she name drops in here that I think if I'd never visited the town, I would just be like, huh? So, yeah, I think I'm going to settle on a 3.5. There were definitely moments that, like, had me giggling and kicking my feet and, like, sitting at the edge of my seat. But the issues I had with it severely outweigh the things I liked, I fear. So, anywho, that's my final thoughts. But my trip was really fun. I'm home now. I have some plans in town this weekend, which I'm also vlogging, so stay tuned for that video. I am so happy that I read this while I was on my trip. I'm so happy I got to go on my trip. I originally wasn't going to be able to get to go, but anywho, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed my little slice of life travel vlog I did. If you have any other books that take place in cool towns, let me know. This could be a fun series. I know Sara Carrolli is currently doing a series like this, so idea for your girl, read All Roads Lead Here in Pagosa. It's pretty fun. But anywho, like I said, thank you so much for watching. I really hope to catch you in the next one, and I love you guys. Bye.